Welcome back to the Wizards Arena. My name is Draymore, and today, my fellow Planeswalkers, will be continuing on with our review of the Commander Legends set. I'm looking forward to drafting this sweet set. We will be doing white rares, and there's actually one uncommon we'll touch on. None of these will be legendary. That will be for a separate video. And no reprints, because we all know how good things like Staff of Domination and Mana Drain are. So first up, we have a Chroma's Will. This is the first of the cycle of wills based around a commander. This one is sweet. It's 3 and a white. It's an instant. Choose one, or if you control a commander, do both. Creatures you control gain Flying, Vigilance, and Double Strike till end of turn. Or your creatures gain Lifelink and Indestructible and protection from all colors turn to turn. So you have an offensive ability and a defensive ability, or both if you have a Chroma or whoever your commander is out. It's instant. Some of these are instant, some are sorceries. It's really sweet. Both halves I like a lot. Super flexibility. Flexibility makes commander cards amazing. So this card, we're walking out of the gates with a very strong number. This one gets to have a big fat snowman, number 8. It's an 8. It's almost an auto included every white deck because it's cheap. There's some decks that won't go in, but you know, it's amazing. Moving on. Armored Sky Hunter. This guy's pretty interesting. For 3 and a white, you get a 3/3 flyer. Whenever you attack, so look at the top 6 cards of your deck. Put an aura, enchantment, or an equipment card from them onto the battlefield. If an equipment is put onto the battlefield this way, you may attach it to a creature I control and put the rest of those cards on the bottom in a random order. Okay, so basically you get to kind of sort of do white card draw. Heck yeah. And you can get bigger too with equipment or an aura. That's really good. I have to give this guy, like, you know, a 7. He's what we've been asking white to get. Especially in thematical decks, you know. Like, he doesn't go in every single deck, but in the decks he goes in, he is a much more solid card. He'd be like a 9. Like equipment decks, obviously, and cat tribal. But he is amazing. Next we have up Court of Grace. Another cycle. The courts. They are cool. More stuff to do with the Monarch. You have it come into play for 4 mana. You get to be the Monarch. And then, at the beginning of your upkeep, you make a 1/1 Spirit token. If you get a Monarch, it's a 4/4 White Angel token with flying. Okay. Great. If this was at the end of turn, I'd be way more thrilled because you can regain the Monarchy and have it do its thing. No, it's on your upkeep. Well, like, what you do if you're not the Monarch is pretty bad. What you do if you are the Monarch is okay. It's just, it makes a 4/4 Angel token, so we'll give it a 4. It's pretty, you know, they tried, but compared to some of the other ones we got, this one is not good at all. Keeper of the Accord. Awesome. 3 and a white for a 3/4. At the beginning of each opponent's end step. If the player controls more guys than you, make a 1/1 soldier. Cool. Multiple triggers. Beginning of each opponent's end step, if they control more lands than you, search for a basic plains card and put it onto the battlefield tab. So he's got land tax in them, so you can play catch up. Because land tax doesn't ramp you. he doesn't ramp you. He just catches you up to what everybody else is doing. So if you're facing 3 green decks, you can get right into it. You know, if you're facing 3 mana rock based decks, well, you're kind of shafted. So love him a lot. Also, he's white. You can play Anointed Procession plus other shenanigans for more tokens. He is cool. One of the first previews we got. Love him, love him, love him. Like, he's what white wants. He gets an 8. Love it. Next up, Promise of Tomorrow. 2 and a white for an enchantment. Whenever a creature you control dies, exile it. Okay, that's kind of weird. At the beginning of each end step, if you control no creatures, sack this thing. All cards exiled with this are returned to the battlefield under your control. Okay, so if you have a way to sack out your board at the end of your turn, you get it all back. That's really cool. With like Death and Taxes and stuff. Unfortunately, if somebody blows this up with like Disenchant or Naturalize, it's just you get nothing. Like you just literally get nothing. You've wasted mana and effort. And that really, really pushes this card down. If it did something when it died, or if you could like, or if it had a pseudo protection on, like hexproof, you know, it'd be way better. It's such a neat idea, and so fails in the end. Gets a 4. So sad. Slash the ranks. I read this card and got excited, and then I reread it and realized it's not as good as I thought it was. 3 and 2 white, destroy all creatures and planeswalkers except for your commanders. Basically, it says Divine Reckoning, except it's worse because it doesn't have flashback. Where Divine Reckoning, you know, they choose one. Where this, you only get to keep your commander, so they're about the same. So, if you give me an option, I'll just play, like, you know, End Hostilities, Wrath of God, any of that stuff. This is a 3. It's just, no. Like, if you don't have access to other Wraths, okay, I get it. I understand you have to play something, but don't play this if you can, guys. Okay, then we have Soul of Eternity. 5 and 2 white for an XX, where your power, toughness equal your life. And it has the Encore thing. Neat idea. If you're playing Sarah Avatar in your deck, you'll take it out for this thing. Pretty cool. You know, but you just, it's alright. Like, it has no trample, no evasion, no nothing. Like, if you wrath the board and people or somebody else wraths the board and they forget you have this thing, you can like smash people for like 30, which is very relevant. So it at least gets to be a 3. But aside from that, it's just a big dumb thing. And then we have this white uncommon. 2 and a white for a 1/1 flyer. Whenever he attacks, attacking creatures with flying get +1/+1 to end of turn. He goes in bird, soldier, or white, blue, flying, and tribal. And he has Encore. Very solid uncommon. Like this uncommon a lot. There's about 1 for every color I think is really good and to keep an eye on. Pretty flexible. I'm not really going to rate these. They're just uncommons. My name's been Draymore with the Wizards Arena. Please like, share, and subscribe. Comment below. Follow us on Facebook. And I'll see you guys in the next video. And subscribe if you're not a subscriber. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.